Whoa, blooming heck. Hello and welcome to the WRWRPOD with myself, Cliff Foster, aka the amazing Cliff, on the old Twitter. And I'm not accompanied by the handsome young bugger because he's got work in the morning. I'm actually accompanied by this lovely young chap.
The one and only, the People's Reporter, Mr. Yannick Pitgoski. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, yes, mate. Hello.
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Well, really, for ramblings. I don't know how well you can hear us with the microphone, so please let me know if you can't hear us very well. I think we've got one person, or two people viewing at the moment. Now, as you can see, there's a comments box. I want you to use and abuse that because it's generally just going to be. There's no real format to this. We haven't really discussed anything. And I don't know how long it's going to be. This could be for 5 minutes. It could be for the whole 5 hours that we're going to be set up for this evening. Doubtful on the latter. But no, we're just really here to talk about, obviously, it's the
Royal Rumble.
If you didn't know. And obviously there's loads of rumours and bits and bobs flying around, and we thought we'd go through some of the funniest ones we've seen.
Yeah.
And actually give our genuine fantasy booking of what we want to see tonight, especially from the two biggest things of part of this, and that's the Rumble part. That's what everyone looks forward to, I would say, in the Royal Rumble.
It's what generates surprises, what sort of gets us interested. Going down the years, the history of the Royal Rumbles always brought out something big surprises. I mean, who could ever forget Ric Flair winning the title in '92?
Yeah.
Undertaker cleaning house in '93. Then Giant Gonzalez coming out making his debut and stinking the place up.
And that led to a WrestleMania match.
Yes, and that was awful. And then there was, of course, Bret Hart and Lex Luger.
Yep.
Eliminating each other, being co-winners. Shawn Michaels going for number one, winning the whole thing, then winning it the next year. And then, of course, my man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, winning three actually. He won in 2001, didn't he? He won in 97, 98, and 2001. But there's been so many great, some of the best ever.
To my knowledge as well. So Austin is still the only, because there's been a couple of twos. Yes. We've had Roman Reigns on 2, Michaels on 2,
Hulk Hogan.
Hogan on. Oh, is Hogan 3 or 2?
No, he's 2 because he's won it. The biggest Hulk Hogan fan here, mate. 1990 and 1991.
Cool.
But
so also, we've got a couple of people on 2s, but Austin is still the only 3, and The Rock only won it once actually.
That's and Triple H won it twice. 2002, and I think he won it in 2000.
He won it 2016
when Roman Reigns was the champion. And
the only 2 times the belt has been on the line. Oh, we've had someone comment. All right. We want TDC from a certain Tobias C. I wonder who that could be.
I couldn't begin to imagine.
I just don't know who that could be, really.
I know. I wonder who it could be. I really
miss you.
Yeah.
Miss you.
All the best, buddy. Wish you were here, pal.
Who else am I going to wake up randomly during the Rumble?
What? Man, damn.
Literally, I really do. Oh, shut up, Todd. Don't encourage him. It's
like we're not good enough, buddy.
I know. Disgusting behaviour.
It's not good. It's not good.
That isn't. Oh, God. My name is Mr. Snurb. I come from someplace far away. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not getting the quote there. I'm sure it's Simpsons related. However, sorry. That as normal, Toby throws me under the bus with a quote that I don't quite understand.
Well, I know my fair share of Simpsons. Even that's for me. I've got to be upfront and honest. Let's talk about Royal Rumble. So this is what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, no, and obviously rumours are plenty. And I just want to go because I was looking at the odds, and I was gonna have an adult discussion with you because obviously I haven't got Toby with me.
No.
So I thought, do you know what? This might be the most sophisticated thing you ever seen for the WRW pods because maybe I would mature because I haven't got Tobias with me. However, no, bollocks to it. I'm not going to mature.
Come on, this is me you're talking about.
Yeah, no. Actually, do you know what?
Go on.
Before we go into that, Mr. Tobias de Carteret.
Yeah.
I'm going to ring you now, sir. Are you going to pick up? That's a good question. Let's at least get you on for a little bit before you go to bed. Give me a thumbs up if you are in a position to talk. Okay? So give me a thumbs up on here or give me a text or start ringing me. All right? Proper, just Tell me. Anyway, so I'm looking down the list.
Yep.
Because I thought I'd be intelligent. You know, I'm going to do what somebody in the media should do. And have a look. Oh, I got a lovely thumbs up. And I actually saw that Pete Dunne is 100 to 1.
Yeah, okay.
To win the Rumble.
That's not bad.
That's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
However, his odds are less than Conor McGregor.
I'm sorry, Conor McGregor is not even going to be in the Rumble.
Conor McGregor. And actually, there are some other people that are on that list that did make me proper laugh. One of them we'll go into in a minute when we go into the rumours. Right, let's ring him, shall we? So you get your wishes, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, TDC all the way.
Yeah.
Hang on. Where are you? Toby to Cart Horse. I have generally got him saved as Toby to Cart Horse. I just got to find him. Oh, God, he's usually like my first person that appears as my most ranked person. There he is. Toby to Cart Horse. There you go. If you don't believe me, you can sort of about see it. I'll do it in a way that you can't see his number. Hang on. We have connection. Hello. Hello. You're on the podcast. I feel a bit weird you not being here, but now you are officially on it.
Of course. Is my audio actually coming across?
I have no idea.
I haven't got a clue.
Todd, if you're still on, could you let us know?
I'm not on anymore. I'm on the phone with you.
Oh, so somebody... Oh, we got 3 people on then. Look at that. We're almost hitting the 10s like we did with the WRWRPOD 50. How are you feeling anyway? You're not going to be staying up tonight to watch it?
No, not tonight. No, I'm getting myself off an early night. I've got one of those famous compliance visits in the morning. So.
Oh, dude.
I know. So I have to be awake enough to run around and hide all the evidence.
Usually that's after we've had a rumble anyway. We're just hiding all the evidence from the previous night.
To any employers, current or future listening, I will not be running around hiding evidence of any misdoings. I would like to point that out right now. And also, I'm very, very disappointed that Yannick, of all people, did not get the "Hello, my name is Mr. Snurb." Yes, that'll do. And I come from someplace far away. So we're not talking about how to spend the new oil money.
Oh, yeah.
The
Sorry.
monorail episode.
Oh, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, he's got a fake moustache.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Sorry.
This whole thing goes in the pit without me, doesn't it? There's no Simpsons references. I bet Fruit of the Year hasn't even been mentioned yet.
The year?
Yeah, the fruit of the year. That hasn't even been mentioned yet.
Right, don't tempt me. I will put down this phone call. Start me like that.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Like, somebody's going to want to use the internet in a minute. I'm going to have to get off of the phone anyway.
Is it dial up? Is it still how it works in the West Country? The West Country, you're lucky you've got electricity tonight.
Hey, we got the wheel last week. Leave us alone.
What's next? Running water?
No. Thank you.
The rings will have ropes next week.
Yeah.
Well, actually, do you know what? Before we go into random rumbles, but while the 3 of us are semi-talking all together, obviously 2 weeks, 2 weeks' time, where are we going to be, Toby?
I believe it's Bristol.
It is Bristol.
I believe it's Pro Wrestling Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's Requiem and
Encore.
The other one.
Encore.
Yes.
Do you know what? After our last podcast, if you listen back to the last podcast, both me and Toby looked at each other blank and went, can't remember. So yeah, I went and found it because I was like, just in case we get thrown under the bus by ourselves again. Yeah, it's called Encore.
Right, very quickly, Rumble predictions.
Go on.
I'll give you mine because I know you guys are probably saving yours until later.
Yes, do it.
My prediction, I predict it's going to be Roman Reigns because why not? And probably Charlotte.
Okay.
In the least inspiring picks ever. I really want it to be Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
I hope it will be, but I can see it being really uninspiring. And yeah, Roman. And so we can have, I don't know though.
Well, do you know what? Why you bring up Roman and we have you on here, I think that out of the last times, obviously, it has been predicted Roman would win or he did win. obviously the famous moment with The Rock coming out. I think that
I've never seen The Rock look so confused.
it's that face. It should be a meme more often.
They're booing me?
Yeah.
He's beyond confused. It's wonderful.
Boo earns.
So when we go on to obviously Roman Reigns, I think if he's going to win it again, this would be his year, and it sort of would make sense. They haven't really pushed him into title contention since coming back from leukemia. I think personally, it wouldn't make sense. I'll be a bit okay, but it wouldn't excite me. But
I wouldn't be against it.
I wouldn't be totally against it. It wasn't like 3 years ago, the first time WRWRPOD watched the Rumble together, and Randy Orton winning it was exciting because Roman didn't. I don't think it's anywhere in that aspect.
How far we've come.
We haven't come far at all. But no, dude, we're going to let you go.
Yeah, all the best, buddy.
Go and get some sleep. And yeah, no, we miss you.
Do I miss you guys too, man. Can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks' time. Do I need to mute groups for spoiler purposes, or?
Well, yeah, I would say the normal. This is now completely off mic. The normal group, I would say, but as I
have the spoilers group, don't we? There actually is a spoilers group.
They did make a spoilers group, so I don't think we've got any of the Scottish contingent on here. But moment. I would say. Well, if you I'll have that conversation.
If you organise all Royal Rumble talk to be put in the spoilers group, that'd be marvellous.
I will do.
Yep.
Excellent.
But the 4 other people listening to this don't give a flying monkey.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it at that. But I will make sure that no spoilers are around for you. And hashtag WRWRPOD. You know our policy. We have a no spoiler policy. So obviously,
if New Jack comes out, make sure you call me.
Is that your prediction for surprise then, New Jack? Because you have been going on about this a lot.
And he will beat up Brock Lesnar before Brock goes full on shaved radioactive monkey, and rips him apart.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Well, on that note, TDC, you handsome young bugger. We will speak to you later.
Take care, buddy.
I'm wearing Christmas pajamas. I'll see you in a bit, lads.
See you later, mate.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too, man.
Oh,
miss him.
Miss him. Oh, by the way, I hear people commenting.
Hello.
I didn't look into the comments until just at the end. And also, yeah, you're right. So we have got some comments about OPW. OPW will be on the 8th of February as well. Please, the venue has changed. The venue has changed. So please go and have a look at all their bits and bobs on their Twitter, because they've finally got Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Or make sure you go and check out MWR.
Yeah.
So, of course, our good friends.
Support local wrestling.
Yeah, support local wrestling. And it would be great to see some mainlanders over there as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, to wrap up the local wrestling side of things, we have also got coming May 23rd. March 23rd. God, I went completely AWOL there. March 23rd. I did say 24th on the podcast. Please make sure you get down. I'm super excited for this. My 2 favorite promotions, obviously. I'm being told February 8th is the Ventnor Winter Gardens. Okay, so make sure you go down there.
So sorry, what you're just about to say is this the big breaking news I heard?
Breaking news?
Breaking news.
Yeah, I'll do it because he's not here.
Yeah, okay. Of CWP versus the
OPW.
OPW. That is going to be brilliant. I'm going to be there. I'm definitely going to be there. That's going to be amazing.
And obviously, this year, I can't give you this breaking news yet, but there is serious breaking news with WRWRPOD that will be happening in 2021. However, that breaking news is put aside for another time. Do you know what we call that in the industry? Go on, do me a Toby. What do we call that in the industry?
Spoiler.
A tease.
Sorry.
Right, let's get back onto the
let's go to
basis of Rumble. So
yes,
we've heard from TDC. We know what he thinks now. As I said, we went down the favourites. Favourite to win it is Roman Reigns.
Again, it does make sense. I mean, as you said, wouldn't excite you, but I wouldn't be against it.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you.
And second is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I can see
Coming in at third is my pick and who I want to see win it, and
Me
that's
too.
Drew Galloway. Fuck off, he's Drew Galloway.
Yeah, I would love him to win it, and I'd love him to eliminate Brock.
If he's going to, and we were just discussing
we
this.
were.
And Drew Galloway is who I want to win this.
Yeah, agreed.
Overall. And if I was to look at it, Drew's got to be, if he does it,
Yeah.
he has to go against Lesnar,
And Randy.
I would say.
Yeah, Lesnar and Randy Orton. Because there's a storyline with Randy Orton.
Yeah, but then you would have a four-way, because then you've got also AJ Styles linked into that.
But what happens if he eliminated all of them?
And we know what happened last time they did a four-way for the championship, and that was WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it was
But what I'm trying to say,
worst.
what I'm trying to say is, Cliff, what happens if in the Rumble he eliminated all of those?
It would make sense, and it would wrap up possibly their story. At least because Brock doesn't really do full-time work.
No.
At least give Drew something to do until
And
Mania.
that gives him a push.
I would want him to go to Mania.
Yeah.
Main event, and I don't mean how it's been recently, that the main event, then every Rumble, it seems to be that whoever they choose as the main event is not the main event. So actually, if you look at the last 2 years that we've had Universal Championship,
First match.
and so last year, obviously it's the first match in, and then of course we had Shinsuke versus AJ Styles.
Middle of the card.
That was mid card. I want this to be old school. Whoever they decide tonight, it is the main event.
It has to go last on the card. It has to mean something.
I wouldn't mind if it's the women going over it. I don't mind that, but
No.
yeah, it has to be main event.
Also tonight, the other possibilities for the men's, if you think about it, if you're going to make a star tonight, as they have done in other Rumbles, Diesel in 94 eliminated loads of people.
Yeah, but his run after that wasn't.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, but it made him a star, if you see what I'm saying. Roman a couple of years ago when he eliminated loads, Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do something like that, do you know who I'd like to see do this tonight to come out and eliminate loads of people?
Go on.
The new North American heavyweight champion, Keith Lee.
Bask in his glory.
I think that'd be amazing.
I think if you're looking from anybody who's got over in the first part of this year on NXT, and we all know Keith Lee as a star. Obviously, I think the wider world is now learning that Keith Lee is a fucking star.
And an amazing athlete.
He is. He's incredible.
He's incredible. And if he came in and did that, not only would he bring credibility to what he's doing at the moment, to the North American title, which is just one. Sorry for spoiler. From Roderick Strong.
Yeah. I think hopefully you've all seen Worlds Collide and NXT last week, so there might be things said while we're waffling on it.
Yeah, whoops. And
Cruiserweight Championship. If no one wants to know what the Cruiserweight Champion is at the moment, please stop watching this every second, because I'm sure that's going to come up at some point.
I was going to say well done to that gentleman, but
we'll leave that. We'll let those leave. There's only two of you on, so it might just be us talking about ourselves by the end of this. But no, so it went from 4. As soon as Toby came off, it went from 4 to 2. Yeah. So what's that telling me? But no, so yeah, I think Keith Lee is a star. I don't think it's his time to win the Rumble.
No, I'm not saying win it, but just come out to...
Yeah, he will come out. I reckon all of the... I can see possibly even the new Cruiserweight champion coming out this evening.
That'd be cool.
Just give him some credibility. And obviously others from NXT.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll go into rumors of people who aren't expected in a second. But obviously there's a big rumor that's appearing, and I don't know if anything's been said on this pre-show yet, because Booker T was talking. I really wasn't listening. But there's rumors that it could be a 40-man Rumble to give some NXT stars coming in, rather than, because there's going to be several big names coming through. Yeah. We'll start off with, I would say, or some comebacks or non-regulars coming in. Yeah. There's some obvious ones: Taker, Goldberg, and John Cena.
Yep.
I would say there are 3 obvious. Yep. I don't know what Cena's schedule is at the moment, so I don't know if
he's filming Fast and Furious isn't he, with Vin Diesel at the moment? So I don't know if he's got time off to come back and do that. I know that he's doing it at the moment.
I just don't know if he has actually generally got anything booked. Obviously, Taker. I think if Goldberg's in this, I think. I don't think. Yeah, him and Taker at Mania might be set up.
Oh God, it can't be any worse than the last match.
Well, I think they both come out and said it that they both don't want that to be it with them two. I think they both want to redeem that match, and I wouldn't be against that. So they're the obvious ones. Now we've got the wanting ones and less obvious. Obviously, as I said, I've heard people from outside of WWE. Cain Velasquez is obviously very heavily rumored to be coming into this. Obviously, could that set up to be Kane versus Brock? Obviously, he's been massively heavy hinted. There's been some less obvious, less likely. I would say, obviously, we said about Conor McGregor. I would say that's very unlikely now, seeing that he's just proven what he can do in the octagon again. That roundhouse kick. I know this is a sports entertainment podcast, but everybody, if you haven't seen that fucking roundhouse kick, go and see it. And those lovely shoulder barge. Oh my God. Anyway, we'll save that for the legit podcast.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
So I think that's there we are. And then obviously the other one is the Gypsy King.
Not happening.
No, because he's got a fight.
Deontay Wilder in February the 22nd. Yeah,
so I mean, it's just around the corner. I wouldn't imagine that happening. And obviously, it would be great to see him come to our sort of worlds, but at the same time, he is very green. He has not had the experience of Velasquez. And Velasquez very much been doing lucha for several promotions.
He was doing it under a mask, wasn't he? Lucha. But the thing is, Tyson Fury wanted to learn when he went to the Performance Center. Triple H was so shocked and surprised about how much he wanted to learn and what he wanted to do. And he was asking so many questions. They were saying, look, calm down, take it a bit easier. But they were amazed by how much he wanted to learn and what he wanted to do. So fair play to Tyson Fury on that front.
Yeah, and I think that he's naturally charismatic. Would need a bit of promo work, but who doesn't when they come into WWE sometimes? You look at Ronda. Ronda was very much that case, and that comes on to the other outside of WWE. I would always say she's a bigger name outside WWE, and that is Ronda Rousey. Yeah. I think, with women, obviously, you've got Shayna. She's the favorite with this, and then you've got. Sorry, my wife's ringing me. I'm online, dear. You've got Shayna in there. Obviously Charlotte that TDC just said there, but Ronda Rousey coming out this evening.
I think she could win it.
That will make me pop.
Yeah, snap.
Yeah, it will definitely make me pop.
I think it's either her or Shayna Baszler for the Women's Rumble, in my opinion. Charlotte wins it, but who's she going to go against? Are we going to get Bayley again? Are we going to get?
Is it Shayna? Is it?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do we need another Charlotte, Bayley? And to be honest, do we need a face Charlotte?
Well, that's the thing. Now, what is she at the moment? Is she face or is she heel? Because she keeps flipping between the two quite regularly at the moment. I'd rather she was a heel.
I'm just going to send a text message to my wife.
Yeah, you do that. Get yourself out of it. So while he's doing this, I said to beforehand, of course, the history of the Royal Rumble is quite unbelievable. If you remember rightly, in 2007 and 2008 were two of the best Rumbles for endings. And you had 2007, had the amazing ending of Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker going. And that brilliant 10-minute bit where they were trading and doing that was real electricity. And then, of course, in 2008, it was in Madison Square Garden. And everyone had come out. There's one person left. Who comes out? John Cena's music hits. And the place popped. Actually did really pop. And then, of course, when he got in for a punch, everyone started booing him. But
I think it's at that point, it is. Like with John. John, you boo him because it's funny to boo him. I think... But
that's what the Rumble brings out. You get these amazing moments.
We're talking about amazing moments. And there's one star from the Rumble 10 years ago in 2010 that had the biggest moments. this is one rumor I hope is true, and I've
We will
been
pop.
blue balling myself with this, especially seeing we're just talking about
Yeah.
Cena.
Photo.
Adam Blompier, no matter what you think of him, very good on a microphone. Obviously, a lot of respect for him as a YouTuber, and it was good to see him back because he's a very talented chap. But at the same time, he booked for when he did his bits for Wrestle Talk the other day. Basically, the elimination of John Cena via the hands of Edge, and there being a moment of us two face off against each other at Mania. I want that. I want that so bad now. I want to see Edge versus Cena at Mania. I want to see that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would absolutely pop for that.
I want
but-
that so much.
Wouldn't it be great in a way that if Edge came back and actually won it? I mean, what? And if he won the Rumble, I mean, that would be a pop and a half. I mean, we talk about magical moments. 10 years after his last Rumble, we all never thought he'd be come back in the ring again. I know there's a certain person up in Newcastle, got our friend Jago, who would absolutely pop big time for that because he's a massive Edge fan.
He is a huge Edge fan.
Humongous.
Yes,
He's a huge Edge fan. And hello, boys up north, if you're listening or watching in, or
There's only
watching,
two.
only two. But anyway, to the
They never watch online.
I know.
They never watch us.
Oh.
They never do.
But anyway, I just think that if he did that, and if you did get Edge Cena at Mania, because they've done all sorts of matches, those two. They've done some great matches. The TLC match from Unforgiven was amazing. They've done a steel cage match that was really good. But can you imagine just letting them go at it one last time in the middle of the ring at Mania would be amazing.
You look at that ruthless aggression era, name me a better rivalry feud. I just would love to see that one last time. Obviously both of them haven't got a full-time schedule, so it could work very well with the build-up towards it.
Just a little thing also, if you're watching the kickoff show right now, Edge's tag team partners on it, Christian.
Christian! Well, he's not coming out.
No.
I was really hoping Christian would as well, because I thought maybe they're swerving us all, and it's not going to be Edge, it's going to be Christian! No.
Great tag team, Edge and Christian. But then, of course, tonight also there's the Universal title match between the...
You just saying that because you've seen it.
I know. I was coming on to
We're talking about the Rumble.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, shut up, ugly. TDC, if you want to come on in, mate. But yeah, I've just seen it. But yeah.
But we'll talk about, obviously, we'll point out the elephant in the room about returns.
Yeah.
And point it out now. I'm saying to anybody watching this, if that was later today, if you're watching it live, if you're watching it tomorrow morning, I'm going to point it out now, and some of you might have already known the results and gone, man, let's see what Cliff predicted. Yeah. CM Punk is not coming back. He is fourth favourite to win this thing.
25-1, was it?
25 to bloody 1.
That's ridiculous.
To win this. 25 to 1. Somebody like Walter, who's on those odds, who's actually very likely to be in this Rumble, has got less odds than somebody who is not going to be in the Rumble. I mean, maybe in a couple of years' time, it was a start, him doing these Fox shows. But if you think genuinely that he is going to come back, I think you're mental. If he does come back, will I celebrate? Of course I will. However, it's not going to happen.
Let's just
nada.
Let's just say this: it won't happen over the others because he's got a contract with Fox Sports Broadcasting, WWE. So he will not be in the Rumble tonight. Yeah, I think it's interesting that you also there's other names being put. I also saw odds on other people being. I mean, Kane, I reckon could.
No, I think Kane will.
I think
he may have already announced that he is, because obviously it's in Texas, Knox County. I think he is in the Rumble.
No, I'm saying I think Kane will be in the Rumble. I also think there's other weird rumors going around. I mean, because it's Texas, you've got all the rumors of
one person was Kurt Angle.
Yes.
To set up a Kurt moment that wasn't Baron Corbin. And some redemption with that. So Hangman Page is entering. Now he's drinking. He's
Yes,
been drinking.
Cowboy Scotch.
He's just been drinking. Hangman Page has been drinking. He may well be in the audience drinking. But no, Todd, he is not going to be in the Rumble. And do you know what? This is a weird year as well.
Go on.
Because last year, obviously, we had the announcement of AEW.
Yeah.
I think that there was still a small minority wanting Kenny Omega to appear. I think this is the first year that we can be quite certain
he's not going to be
100%. It's not like last year where it was like, look, 95 point whatever percent certain he's not going to be in. No, he's not going to be in it.
No.
It's that's going to be a weird feeling. Not thinking, is Kenny Omega going to come out or not?
I mean, because you remember that year, 2016, when number 3 and AJ Styles popped out, and then we all popped.
The great thing was that they did with that with the production. I think that's still the greatest surprise of all time with the Rumble, hands down.
Yeah.
Obviously they kept the cameras on Roman Reigns
and
in the ring, and his shot look on there. It's just odds on Mark Henry.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
He lives in Texas, so good point.
Yeah, he's so that would make sense. I did think Booker actually, but he's on the. I did think because he's a Texas man.
Yeah,
but it's obviously not Booker T because he's standing there. Well, unless he's going to run backstage and get his gear on.
You don't think another fellow Texan will be in? I hope he's not. Can I say, as big a fan as I am of this guy, I hope Shawn Michaels doesn't come in. But
what about Austin?
Well, Austin, there's the thing. Is my man Stone Cold Steve Austin going to be in the... No, I don't see it.
Nah. How could you? How can you? It's like the Big Show. Oh, the Big Show could be in there. How can you eliminate Mark Henry? As you said, 7,000. I think that's an understatement. That's an understatement.
Has he had lunch?
Yeah, he had lunch. If he's had lunch, he's at least £1,000 more. At least £1,000. How do you eliminate him? Do you know what makes me laugh about that? Is that they've always made it such a thing of the big man, yet they've always booked it the same bloody way of everybody just flipping storms the big man and tries to get them out straight away. It's always happened like that.
God.
Always.
Mabel back in 93 and Andre the Giant back in 89. But
even when he came back as Viscera, they used to do the same to Mabel, didn't they? So
I think it was in 89, I think. In the Royal Rumble, which was the first pay-per-view, by the way, in 1989, Andre was eliminated because Jake the Snake threw the snake in and he went over the top rope that way.
I did see that actually on. I saw that.
Because
it was huge as well. It was like a proper boa.
Oh yeah,
like an anaconda. It was like Jesus Christ. Do you know what? Even if it wasn't booked that way, I would be throwing myself over the top.
Andre sold it. I don't know if he was genuinely afraid, but he sold it beautifully. The shoulder look on it. But that's history, Royal Rumble history there for you.
No.
But but no, there's some real interesting. I mean, I hope to God it's a good Rumble.
Yeah,
I really do. I really want it to be a good Rumble, and like you, I want Drew to win it because I think it would add to him. I think it would add to that him, and he has to face Brock at Mania.
I don't necessarily think last year was a good Rumble.
It wasn't.
We discussed it last year that obviously we had the first women. So in 2017 we had the first women's Rumble. We had Shinsuke. It was like finally they've listened to us.
Yeah,
there's Shinsuke winning the men's. I seriously. I'm praying that they'd have something up their sleeves. I wouldn't mind seeing Roman win it, but I would just think that's a bit like I'm expecting it.
Do you know what? If Edge did come out and win it, that would be the only other thing that would make me.
I don't think he should.
But he's not going to come out and win it. But we're fantasy booking. Yeah, we would. Undertaker would be emotional.
Yeah, you would discuss it. Go on, discuss it because we discussed it off mic already. You actually had a good point with the Taker.
If Undertaker comes out, wins the Rumble and eliminates Brock Lesnar, listen up, challenges Brock Lesnar at Mania, and then has the match for retirement at Mania. And I think he should go out. You think he should do the old school, go out on his shield. I think he should go out with the belt above his head, and that'll be a really emotional send-off for him.
Yeah, and I think that especially seeing that it should have been him gone during that Reigns match when he left everything in the ring.
Yeah, that should have been
that should have been it. That should have been it.
Yeah. Should have been in the Hall of Fame by now.
Yeah. But hey ho,
No, no,
I don't think he'll go this year because obviously the big names of sort of Batista coming into this, and
NWO.
also
Go on.
X-Pac. I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I think I might have. So if I have, please correct me. X-Pac is going to be 2-time Hall of fucking Famer. He won it last year. He's going to win it again this year for 2 factions. He hasn't even won it for himself. He's going to win it. How is he 2-time Hall of Famer? X-Pac.
Why is he going in as the NWO? No disrespect here.
No,
but
he really was. He was obviously in his first reincarnation and its latter carnation.
But let's be fair.
Last carnation.
Let's be fair about it. If it's the NWO, it has, for me personally, it has to be Hogan.
Hang on a minute. No. We've got to talk about this a second. So if you are watching the pre-show, there is a random advert for corn dogs, and there's a monster throwing random things at Lacey Evans as she's microwaving corn dogs as bloody
And
Corey Graves and I can't remember his name
from Vic Johnson. Vic.
Vic. What the fuck is happening?
What is she's now wrestling the monster? Seriously.
Please, if you're watching this
Somebody
as well,
help
somebody help me out what's happening, because I think we may have had a stroke.
I'm now.
And it's even called Foster. So it's Foster Farms. There you go. That's how I make my money. You'll think I do, work proper jobs. I don't. I create corn dogs.
Got any in the
Anything microwaved is not going to... Americans are mental.
They are.
So, sorry if you're American pre-watching this back, but what the hell do you put in your bodies? It's not even putting it in that way like Toby does. It's putting it... What did I say?
Correct. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely.
They said it's the first 4 members.
And it was Ted DiBiase. Because Ted
DiBiase... not even X-Pac. Okay, then. Apologies, Todd. So Ted DiBiase, would that make him 2-time Hall of Famer
and
as well?
he
deserves it.
A lot more.
Still one of my favourite promos ever, or spots ever, was when he got the kid to do the basketball competition and then just literally went out with the money and took it away from him. God bless Ted DiBiase. There needs to be another Ted DiBiase in this world. Oh,
and he was brilliant in Mid-South. If you give it a chance, go and see Ted on the WWE Network. Go and watch Ted DiBiase in the Mid-South as the member of the Rat Pack, which is him, Matt Bourne, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. They were a heel group. Honestly and truthfully, his wrestling back in those days was second to none. He was their version of North American champion for quite a while. He won it a few times, and do you know what? He was brilliant then. He was brilliant as a $1 million man in WWE. Best heel never to win the WWE title.
Before we go back on to the Rumble,
go on.
Obviously I put up a tweet that went out on Sunday when I went off to Progress saying about obviously what's his name? William Regal being he was the champion that should have been.
Yeah.
What about, because obviously Ted, did he win? How many? He never won himself. He's won it for people. Obviously won it for Andre.
He had it sold to him in '88.
Yeah.
Andre sold it to him and then got stripped away. So he never actually probably won it. He won the World Tag Team titles or RRS about 3 times, had his own belt made. And the reason why he had his own belt made, because listen to this wrestling folklore here, Vince McMahon turned around and said, why would you ever need to win the world title? You're the $1 million man, so you make your own belt.
Sort of makes sense.
Does. And $1 million man was based on Vince McMahon.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, so the character was just Vince.
Basically, yes.
There we go. Look at that. Wasn't Regan supposed to get a push after he won King of the Ring? I would imagine so, because he went into a fuse with Triple H at one point. And but I'm talking that was after 2001. That was when Eugene was around. And
no, Eugene didn't come until 2005.
Yeah, so no, that's what I'm saying. It was later.
Yeah.
So I would have. I would be, I haven't really heard much about that, but I think personally it should have happened.
I think William Regal would have made a great world champion on SmackDown, personally. I think he was a brilliant wrestler, but poor old Davey boy never won it, did he? I mean,
No.
He was brilliant, and now we've got people like Pete Dunne who could go up to the main.
Well, obviously times are changing. Times are changing.
Yeah.
In what we expect in wrestling, like they did in the 90s.
Yeah.
Who would have ever said that back in the 80s that someone like Chris Jericho or Rey Mysterio could have ever won the main title, or an Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Those cruiserweight style wrestlers. That would have been absurd to think. So let's just hope that times are changing. So, we need a first British champion, and I think Drew Galloway. Fuck off, he's Drew Galloway.
Agreed.
I think he will be the first English or British. He's English. He's English, is he?
Yeah.
He's a British. Sorry, WWE World Champion.
And I think also it needs to happen because I know Vince is big on Drew. Vince likes him a lot.
He fits the bill. And I think he went off and he recreated himself brilliantly in ICW.
And in TNA.
TNA, he did absolute wonders.
But actually, to be honest, he did better in ICW. He went to ICW, picked it up.
I think anybody who saw that, obviously, Fear and Loathing 9, the Fight Club before, with the whole thing where you think he's coming out. Obviously, Toby, if he was here, would be turning around and go mental at this point because he was there. He totally believed it. He totally believed it.
Who didn't believe it?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, and also another thing is, if you've not seen it, I think it was the Fear and Loathing. I think before that, when he fought Grado, and the pop
for the championship,
and the build up to that was some of the best work Grado and Galloway ever did.
And I think he got Grado over even
big
more.
Big time.
I think he's fantastic.
But that's how good he was, and how much help he did to the actual ICW product. And I think we need to hope to God tonight is Galloway's night. Definitely.
Well, it's a big old crowd though, isn't it? So, I don't know.
It's in a baseball stadium.
Yeah, I was about to say because and I think that's how it should be treated. The Rumble. I think it should be treated like that.
We are on the road to WrestleMania, people. So
we're not yet.
No.
Not yet. We haven't had the point.
Oh,
point towards the telephone.
Sorry.
And by the way, if no one's ever seen this, how glorious is my drinks cabinet? Look at that. Came from Germany, pre-made. None of that flat pack shit. Look at it. So we're having the Celtic Warrior versus Shorty G in the pre-show. Do you know what I like about Sheamus?
Go on.
Because I'm sure we're going to wrap this up in a minute. By the way, if you're watching this live now, if you're watching it live at some other point, if you want us, we might do it, a reactions video just of us chatting while the Rumble's happening. Just to see if anything surprises do happen of seeing our reactions. If you want that, please give us a thumbs up. I'll be putting it out on Twitter and Facebook in a minute. But I do like Sheamus looking like old Sheamus again.
I do. And I like Sheamus. I always have liked Sheamus. He was a good world. I thought he was a good world champion myself personally.
The 60-second match. I've never forgiven him for that.
No, apart from that, he did all right with the feud. He did a good feud with Cena. I
like it that he's now old school Sheamus.
And also him and Cesaro weren't a bad tag team.
No, they weren't. But I always thought they were the modern incarnation of the APA.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah,
they were. Yeah. Obviously, they did have a fight in a pub, or bar. Shorty G, they need to change his theme tune. Well, no, they need to change his theme tune away from American Alpha.
Yeah. All right. No,
definitely. Yeah. They stop reminding me how good American Alpha were and how much obviously injury didn't help the other, or being booked as bloody Kurt Angle's son. But at the same time, how much they destroy that tag team because they weren't ever over because they're good in the ring, but they just naturally got over, and it just never made sense.
Their matches were so good.
But in NXT they were with the revival, and then when the Authors of Pain first came up, I really did enjoy it.
But tag team wrestling at its best.
Well, let's just hope it gets that way back in WWE. But we're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
We're going to go and grab another cup of tea because genuinely,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
TDC ain't here, so we ain't drinking the beer.
No.
That's not going to turn into a flipping catchphrase. But we will be back for the men's rumble, possibly the women's, depending how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But no, we'll be back live.
Definitely men's.
Yeah, if not, I'll just have it recording and I'll post it later,
Yeah.
maybe, and do some editing and shizzle. But thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now let's get ready to rumble. Watch us wreck the mic. Watch us wreck the mic. Watch us wreck the mic.
Psych.